Thank you very much, Mary. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Yos and Dr. Song and other gentlemen here and ladies. Thank you very much for coming to today's session and welcome. So, after the presentation, we will have very intimate and the thorough discussion. So, whatever questions you have, you're more than welcome to ask anytime. So, here comes our presentation today. Today's topic is new and innovative skills, policy, and practice. I'll take Samsung's internship program as a case study. So you will see how Samsung actually made a tailor-made the specific internship program for the vocational education and also skilled workforce. Table of contents. So I'm going to talk about first the objectives of today's presentation. And then second, how the Samsung's involved into the WorldSkills since 1980s. And third, what kind of the workforce, specifically the high school graduate and also above the high school, for example, like a vocational college, how we are actually hiring those and then take care of their career path afterwards. The fourth, this is today's main theme actually. Best practices of Samsung. First, benefits for skilled workforce. What kind of benefits and the welfare systems we have for those skilled youth. We're going to have a short video clips for vocational workforce. Those are actually from the former competitors from WorldSkills international competition. And then second, we're going to introduce and discuss about internship program. Master High School pre-graduates. In Korea, recently we have this Master High School. This is a bit like more the higher quality high school than just the normal vocational high school. In that way, we can actually grow them as a master. So from the mechanics and then medical, cooking, all those a variety of the range of the mechanic parts, we can actually hire them and then grow them as a master. So the first graduate is going to be actually next year. And then Samsung already start to have this internship program before we actually employ them at work. In that way, we can have already ready-made workforce and then take them to our work field immediately. So we can save some cost and also give them a quality job so they can, have a more self-satisfaction at work. And then third, this is about the sponsoring competitions. Okay, Samsung's the best practice is not just only about the internship program, but by sponsoring both domestic and international competitions, we can encourage the youngsters how much attention we are actually, paying for those people, and then also company is more than willing to invest them and take care of them. So in that way, they can have a more promising career afterwards. It's not just about graduating from the vocational school and then getting a fancy job at Samsung. That's it. I don't care after entering the other company. I don't care. It's not in that way. So in this way, we can have a, continuous and sustainable, taking system for the other youngsters. And then last, I'll make the other conclusion and then wrap things up, and we will have a short Q&A session. So how does it sound? Is it okay with you? All right. Okay, let's get started then. All right. Before I'm getting into the other objectives of today's presentation, let me just share with why Samsung think WorldSkills is valuable and important to us. What does this mean to us? Let's just talk about a little bit from the history's point of view. From the 9,000 years ago, we had an agricultural revolution. At that time, there was no actually economic big power, so there was no real power game going on. But after that, from the mid-18th century, industrial revolution started. Till the end of 19th century, the center of power, the economic power, was led by Britain and Western Europe. But then after that, the power has been shifted to the US and Japan. And then after that, 20th century, since the manufacturing industry was evolved in the Asia actively, so this power has been moved to the Eastern Asia. Two main pillars of secondary industry consist of electronics and automotives. By doing that, Asia could have actually 80% of the whole industry as a manufacturing and electronics. And we call digital revolution from the late 20th century and then in the beginning of 21st century now. Okay then, what's next? What's coming up next? What does this whole powerful country or enterprise conglomerates as like a Samsung, what is coming up? What's gonna be the next real big power? What would be the motive? When you just take a look at the whole history's point of view, only those who had a fundamental, basic industry had, for example, like a manufacturing, power, they could actually, continuously sustain their success on what they are doing. So we can guess, is it going to be the agricultural power or very primary industry would be sustained longer than the real manufacturing power? I'm not so sure. But since the late 20th century, the heart of manufacturing has been shifted in Asia. Now it seems like the Asia has a good chance to evolve this, but it's not just about the continent. It could be the company, it could be any country or big continent. So why don't we just put the question mark on this, and after today's presentation, we will talk about this more. Having said that, today's objective. By sharing this best practice, what we are having in Samsung, we'd like to contribute future of skills and then secure this youth and skilled workforce. And secondly, we'd like to share our innovative skills policy. I'm not so sure if it's the most innovative or the newest. It might not be the totally brand new, but how we actually gather the different type of the systems and then the pieces, and then we get the synergy out of it, and then the support system. This might make the result a bit different. So we'd like to share that, and also the best practice cases on vocational training. At last, not the least, we'd like to reinforce our brand recognition by supporting this type of the competition and also participating in this international event. Now, just a few words on the Samsung's involvement in WorldSkills competition. It was started back in 1980s. So 1981, we participated in the couple of skills area from Samsung, but then it was just faded out and then stopped for a while. It was not just because of we didn't put much efforts or the importance of this WorldSkills competition has been deteriorated. It was just our focus has been moved to some other areas. But then we realized, okay, hold on a second. This is not it. We might take another look at the real fundamental and then the basic. What is the real driving force of our competitiveness of Samsung? So we just moved back on the WorldSkills area in 2007. And then we build up training centers in electronics and heavy industries and also TechWin. Those activities was conducted in late 2007. Since then, as a corporate Samsung Group started to invest and or become actually global industry partner in WorldSkills International. And also, firstly, we participated in the WorldSkills Shizuoka in Japan, 2007. 2009, we decided to be a global founding sponsor of WorldSkills category, so we could be a bit more proactive and directly involved in the local WorldSkills competition, not just as a WorldSkills International. Now in this year, at this stage, at this moment, we are here by being a premier sponsor of WorldSkills London. So this is how we actually stepped and came. What's next? What's gonna be the next? We don't know, but it seems like we are increasing our focus, our attention to international competition, as well as domestic competition. So we are a sponsor for Korean national competition as well. So right before coming to London, we were sponsoring for Korean national competition as well. So domestically and internationally, we are supporting the youngsters and inspiring them to be a more skilled workforce. Now, employment status. So how many of the high school graduates is Samsung really employing? Are you guys just showing the like only good figures, or in reality, are we really hiring some of the high school graduates? Let's take a look at in this graph. 2009, we hired 5,000 high school graduates in total. In 2010, last year, it was ranged from the 8,000. And this year, it was not calculated precisely yet, but it will be around the 10,000. But please keep in mind that this is including only also those very simple worker, for example, like working at the assembly line in semiconductor area. So this is not just the skilled workforce. Skilled workforce means those who actually graduated from the vocational schools and have some certificates and real expert in that area. So this WorldSkills competitor might be a good example. So if you hire, for example, those winners from the National League or this International League, they are considered as a skilled workforce. Also, if they have a certain certificate or recognized as a expert, we categorize them as a bit different. Those people are less than 10%. The light blue bar actually indicates skilled workforce. So their portion is not quite big yet, but by doing these activities, for example, like continuous attention by government and also intensive investment from the private sector like us, the figure might be jump up very soon. Okay, now the fourth, today's the main theme and topic. We're gonna share how Samsung is really doing for this skilled workforce. I'm gonna show you some of our existing employees, how they are actually working at Samsung after coming from this WorldSkills competition, and if they are satisfied at work, and what kind of visions and goals they have onwards. Before going into that part, I'd like to introduce some of the other benefits for this skilled workforce have at Samsung. When they apply for Samsung Electronics or any affiliates at Samsung Group, they have some advantages of entrance exam. So skilled workforce, they might be exempt by the couple of very complicated Samsung's applying processes. So big advantages actually. It's not just skipped by important exams, but it could be some of the other formalities, or it's not considered as a prerequisite for those who actually are from the vocational school graduates. So we try to minimize all those the bureaucratic processes for skilled workforce. Second, one-to-one mentoring system. This is very important. Mentoring system sounds very, everybody knows what a mentoring system is, but how we are actually approaching this is, for example, fresh graduate from a vocational school comes to Samsung. They are a bit afraid of dealing with ultra precision machines or very expensive machines. We do have only one existing machines at Samsung as well for the LED or the semiconductor areas. So they are kind of a bit cautious and then sort of sometimes shivering to, touch it even. But then there are predecessors just like them, but then they've been working at Samsung more than 10 years, and they are mentoring the youngsters. So they feel like very comfortable. Oh, this senior person next to me has a similar background, and then they are almost experts now. So they kind of as a pair, they are matching, and then mentor and mentee relationship just is building up. So we are trying to matchmake those kind of pair, and then get a regular report how this youngster junior person is adapting themselves into the other Samsung environment. So we are continuously monitoring and trying to help. That's what we are doing. Third, custom-made job placement. So we are not just to place this skilled workforce in anywhere, for example, like assembly line or the other manufacturing plant, but even before coming to the other Samsung, they know, trying to help make them to know like what they really want, and then we thoroughly go through the other job descriptions in each department. So in that way, they can be placed at the right place. So in that way, they feel, oh, I'm valuable. I'm regarded as a valuable resource at Samsung. So those kind of satisfaction is very important. On-campus education opportunities, regular update on the technical areas. So of course, Samsung Electronics is the IT company and also manufacturing company. So continuous the update on the academia and the industry is very important. Encouraging and support to be a Meister. Meister is more than expert. For example, more than 10 years of experience and recognizing the certificate. By having those experience and the certificate, we can apply in Korea. We can apply for a Meister. And then we do have a non-Korean experts at Samsung, which is more than 40% of the total. Now you're gonna watch one video clip. 3 people are gonna be at the video clip. They are working at Samsung right now, and they're gonna share how they feel about working at Samsung, and then what's their dream and future plan. So let's
안녕하세요. 저는 생산기술연구소에서 일하고 있는 양광현이라고 합니다. 저는 이곳 삼성전자에 들어오기 위해서 3년간 고등학교에서 기능훈련을 마친 후에 전국대회에서 금메달 입상을 하여서 삼성전자에 입사를 하게 되었습니다. 그리고 2009년도 캐나다 칼거리 대회에서 메카트로닉스 직종에서 동메달을 입상을 하였습니다. 저는 이곳 생산기술연구소에서 제가 만지고 싶은 고급 설비와 제가 하고 싶은 분야에서 일을 하고 있습니다. 저 같은 경우도 삼성전자의 스폰서십에 힘입어서 2009년도 캐나다 대회에서 좋은 성적을 거둘 수가 있었습니다. 그래서 삼성전자의 스폰서십이 앞으로도 계속 있었으면 좋겠고, 많은 후배들이 자신의 기량을 펼칠 수 있도록 많은 도움을 주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 저의 꿈은 메카트로닉스 분야의 연구 매진해서 대한민국 최고의 기능 명장이 되는 것입니다. 그리고 후진 양성을 위해서 제가 가진 모든 것을 전파하도록 노력하겠습니다. 이 모든 저의 꿈들을 삼성전자와 함께 이루어 나가도록 하겠습니다.
Lost under the surface, don't know what you're expecting of me.
설명 파트에서 가공 업무를 담당하고 있는 박재균이라고 합니다. 저보다 앞서 들어온 선배 기능인, 그리고 뒤에 들어온 후배 기능인, 그리고 앞으로 들어올 예비 기능인들과 함께 기능인의 발전을 도모할 수 있도록 가교 역할을 더욱 열심히 하겠습니다. 저는 입사 10년 차가 되었을 때 저의 꿈인 기능장에 도전하여 삼성전자에서 기능장으로서 저의 꿈을 펼쳐가도록 하겠습니다.
안녕하세요. 삼성전자에 근무하고 있는 초정밀 가공 파트에 도광판 렌즈를 가공하고 있는 서경학 사원입니다. 제가 10여 년 전 입사했을 때와 달리 삼성전자가 세계적인 전자회사로 급부상하면서 기능 인력에 대한 관심과 장려 정책을 펼치고 있어 먼저 들어온 기능 인력의 선배로서 뿌듯하게 생각하고 있습니다. 이 같은 삼성전자의 정책과 방향에 발맞춰 후배 기능 인력과 동방성장할 수 있는 멋진 선배가 되도록 하겠습니다. 기능 인력 화이팅!
Hope you enjoyed it. How was it? So the last person, the senior guy, he's actually a mentor for the second guy. So this the junior and then seniors relationship. Sometimes they are working at the same area, but sometimes different machines they need to deal with. But I could figure that this junior person, he step by step gradually have this confidence to use the machines and like have how do I say this proudness in his mind and to be want to be that kind of senior person. So this kind of the motivation and encouragement is very important. So we'd like to continue this mentoring system to boost up this whole program. Now I'd like to take a deep look at the Samsung internship program with you. How it works. We do have these 4 critical factors to run this program. First, before I'm getting into this the whole system, this is not conducted yet. This is not running the program yet. Of course, I'm sorry. We are running the program, but we haven't really hired a person from this program yet. So that's going to be the next year. But this year is the first stage to run the program, and then we are waiting for the result next year. So those who are at school, they are second year, and they're going to graduate the next year. In Korea, we have this 6-3-3 system. So 6 elementary school, 3 junior high, 3 high school, and then college. The second year of high school, they are actually now having the after-school program. So after school, they come to Samsung for a certain week and get trained. And then summer and winter internship. Summer-winter internship is more intensive. So they're going to have this 3 weeks very intensive program. They're going to stay over at Samsung's dorm and get trained very hard. And at that time, they're going to be introduced by different type of departments and the head of departments. Expertise in skills. We are not just hiring the students. We don't want to have a, we would like to have a ready-made workforce. So in that way, we can actually place them into the fields directly. So we want them to have a real expert in that area, not like the amateur. So regular update on their knowledge and then expertise. So they cannot be done at work. It's got to be actually linked with the school's curriculum. So we also give some advice, and sometimes send our the experts to school and give some lectures and take a look at the curriculum, how the whole timetable is actually organized. So it's kind of back and forth. So nothing is really kind of the missing in the whole curriculum. And then language education. They are technician. They can be, just workforce at the field. So sometimes they feel, oh, we don't need any language education. Why do we need to speak English? Japanese, Chinese, Dutch, Spanish, we don't need it. But if they want to be more global and international, and if they really care about their career path afterwards, language is essential. It's compulsory. So we do have this online and offline courses. So even before joining to Samsung, we encourage them to have this online course. And then when they have this summer internship, we do have offline courses and instructed by native speakers. And they're going to have this oral proficiency interview and test. It's exactly same actually prerequisite to the graduate, college graduate. So we don't really discriminate. Okay, this is a high school graduate and then college graduates. We sometimes actually apply the same standard and then same system to these people. In that way, we can give the image, we care about you, and we do have a willingness to improve your skills, not just your expertise, but also some other liberal arts and the other languages. So after school program, we're going to have a bit more detailed slides from now on. Collaboration between industry and academia. As I mentioned earlier, we give we actually have an advisor group. So we give some piece of advices to their school curriculum, and then also bring them to the other work, and then give some lectures by senior manager who has enough experiences at field. And then executives for personal development sessions. So it's not just about their skill set. It's also about personal characteristics and what kind of people you are. It's not just judge it by your skill set. That's one of our philosophies at Samsung. So we guide them to be a better person, not just as an expertise in that area, but as a human being. Online education, 2 courses per semester. This includes language and skill courses, business introduction, and the self-leadership. One-to-one mentoring program, I already elaborated before. And the book club. Okay, this is not Oprah Winfrey's book club, but we encourage them to, read some books. So in that way, they can have more knowledge on the, common areas. So basically, they are not going to be regarded as just, how would I say? Can I just say? I mean, in Korea, sometimes it's a bit sort of depreciated and then underestimated for this workforce. So we want them to be a bit more knowledgeable about what's going on in the world. Summer and winter internship program. This is a very intensive program and very tailor made for this Meister High School graduates to be, actually. So the first internship, it's already done in this year, and 3 weeks program during their summer vacation. And it was organized as a orientation as the first week, and then job training for 2 weeks. And second internship is going to be conducted in this winter vacation, and this is going to be a 4 weeks duration. And winter vacation time, it's going to be more job-oriented. It's more related to what they're going to do at Samsung later on. Third internship, this is the last one before they really join to Samsung. So we're going to have a almost ready-made job placement and orientation by division. So even before joining Samsung, they know what they might be able to do and what they know what they need to prepare before coming to Samsung. So this is what we are really targeting and planning to do. And some of the other, so till here, first internship, we've already done it. And second internship, we are planning to do in this winter time. Language education, I think I've spoke enough. And the sponsoring. Okay, the purpose of sponsoring, I already briefly touched in the beginning. Why we're sponsoring? We just need to hire more people and give some money and invest them, that's it? Not really. We need to show our real interest, our sincere commitment to them by doing this kind of sponsorship, and then this can be really influential to the society. As a Samsung member, I feel sometimes it's not just about one company's voice. It's sometimes representative of the Korean company or whole the electronics company, manufacturing company as well. So we need to do some of the our responsibilities to the society, by recognizing this can be very influential and this can really spread over to the whole society in the globe even. So we feel this is sponsoring for competition can be maybe one of the other CSR activities. So we feel a lot of responsibilities on this activity. Domestic competition. As I mentioned earlier, right before coming here, we sponsored the National League, and then we saw the very promising high school students. So they are actually future workforce for Samsung. Now, international competition. International competition is a bit different meaning to us. It is a more of a brand awareness. So we'd like to promote and then the marketing our brand internationally. So in that way, we can actually, I mean, not in the short term, but in the long run, we can expect this can be generated into the corporate benefit. And this is just for reference, last Calgary, WorldSkills Calgary event. So we had this Samsung booth, just like what we have in here. It was a bit smaller version in Calgary. And we showed different divisions. For example, like Samsung TechWin, we have a Buzz Dubai, because we build Buzz Dubai, so we have a miniature in there. And then CCTV by TechWin. And here, like some of you probably don't know, we have a drill ship by the Samsung Heavy Industries. And of course, electronics area, a lot of cutting-edge technologies were displayed. Now we are going to take a look at another video clip, how we are really caring about this workforce and showing the how we've been doing these sponsoring activities, and also one short interview by the real Meister working at Samsung right now. So after the clip, I will just draw the conclusion.
우리 희정 학생은 나중에 이제 졸업하고 나서 어느 회사에 뭐 가고 싶다든지 그런 꿈이 있나요?
제가 지금 하고 있는 기술을 더 배워서 그거에 대한 명장이 되고 싶습니다.
혹시 회사에 바라는 점 같은 것도 있나요?
요즘 회사들이 성적 같은 거 많이 보잖아요. 그런데 성적이 낮아도 저희 기능반처럼 성적이 낮지만 실력이 좋은 사람들이 정말 많아요. 그래서 성적보다는 실력 위주로 많이 봤으면 좋겠어요. 사람의 인간성.
역상이 되고 있고 또 사람들이 하려고 하는 의욕이 예년보다 더 높아진 데에서 참 기능이 한 사람을 고맙게 생각하고요. 앞으로 더 발전해서 정말 세계 제1의 전수가 됐으면 하는.
Very high-end and cutting-edge technology, we still need to have basics. So fundamental technology is actually the backbone of high-end technology. And we hope this will definitely change our social norm and working atmosphere to appreciate and respect this type of skilled people at work. Right. So we've seen some of the high school students at the National League competition in Korea, and they were very interested in knowing this big enterprise, how this big enterprise actually treat the other workforce, skilled workforce at work, and sometimes a bit suspicious on the other. Are you really hiring us? And are you gonna just, you know, treating us in the beginning like, oh, okay, we care about you, but then afterwards, oh, we don't care. You just, you know, go ahead and do your work. So there is a different layers of this kind of the doubt and suspicion and then worrisome. But we need to solve that issue. So by having this type of the tailor-made internship program, and then also sponsoring different types of the competition, not just National League, but we do have a Samsung internal competition. It's called Samsung WorldSkills competition. So it's also motivating the existing workforce. So not just staying at your comfort zone, but you know, getting out of your comfort zone and then challenge yourself. So that's actually our main goal. And then there was a senior guy who was actually working for a welding area more than 25 years, and he's a real master in this area. He's also from the WorldSkills competition, gold medalist, of course, and then being an expert several years. Now he's just an honorary member. And I just wrapped it up with the other couple of comments about why this manufacturing area and WorldSkills competition needs to be recognized as one of the driving force to be a competitive company or even country. So here it's aligned with our conclusion today. Why we are doing this? Do you remember the first page that I've shown? What's going to be the next real big power to lead this whole country or the globe? Manufacturing will be the main axis and a polar to be the great power. And then this cutting-edge manufacturing will create the real value at work. That's our conclusion after going through the whole program and then systematic approach. And we need to strengthen our top-class manufacturing competitiveness by giving more attention to this workforce. Because after all, manufacturing competitiveness will be coming from this skilled youth and then talented workforce. So everything is actually coming from the other human beings at the end of the day. So manufacturing competitiveness is important. Then what we need to do, we need to hire and then give the opportunity to the other skilled workforce to improve and then grow. And then again, the other fundamental technology development will be the future business opportunities. Cutting-edge technology, very high-end technology, what do you need to have after all? That's actually our big question at Samsung Electronics. Okay, we are still #1, and then we would like to keep this position as long as possible. Then what you need to more, we gotta do something more to sustain this success. That actually concluded, okay, we need to put more effort, more focus, more emphasis on this fundamental technology that's actually manufacturing. That manufacturing is coming from skilled workforce. That was our conclusion. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you very much. All right, so, Mary?
Yeah, Trevor Clark from Acua, Coventry University. I'd just like to ask, if manufacturing is the future for Samsung and for Asia, with 80% of the market possibly growing higher, what do you believe is the future for the UK and the European market then?
No, anything. Future. Right. Recently, Europe is going through actually quite a difficult time, the economic turmoil, Greece and, Spain. So, okay, what is the breakthrough? What is the solution of this economic crisis? And then UK might not be free from that as well. So, maybe the similar answer might be applied to the other European European countries' situation as well. But let's just think about the first slide that I've shown. UK was the actually center of the whole globe at some time, but now I'm not so sure if that is still the case. But and then Industrial Revolution, I mean, UK was actually keeping your manufacturing plants and your manufacturing industry was very appreciated in here. But and then when time goes by, it the Japan came up and the competitiveness was a bit kind of shaky. Of course, UK did not give up on the manufacturing area, but it was, of course, the focus was moved to the other areas. So maybe getting back those manufacturing to the domestic area might be the one of the solutions to recover this difficult time, but that might not be the only case. Of course, the local situation might be considered, but part of the solutions I can think of the manufacturing power, but it's not going to be done within a day. Like just to bring the manufacturing plant in the UK, it's not actually the easy solution. But what if actually you give the attention and try to link those apprenticeships or internship program, what you have already, and that could lead to the real job at work, for example, big companies. In that way, people will think, oh, okay, so, I mean, that's not like a really manufacturing kind of plant job, but, apprenticeships and then the internship could lead to the real work, and then those internships will be created from the bigger, areas. So those bigger jobs will be coming from the somewhere. Then it's kind of the backward kind of the approach. So attention will be actually moved to the other areas. Where can we create more jobs? Where can we start from? So I could, yes, please.
It'll work? Okay, now I don't think you can go back to old days, because there are a lot of other problems such as labor cost and so on. Even as we are moving to China, Vietnam, and other places because of labor cost. But point is that you and European countries, my judgment is that you have to revitalize manufacturing. At least, for example, plumbing. Probably you may not have that many plumbing people, so that the price may be sky high, right? So that will create a lot of problems. So whatever cost that any country should build a basic manufacturing-related skills, regardless cost. Also, if the number of people increased, of course, cost will be very effective. We used to have one factory in a vineyard. That can be sustained because of all the, manpower and cost and so on. But my judgment is that advanced countries should revitalize, but different way. It's like nanotechnology, for example. Very sophisticated. Even Japan, their manufacturing cost is not competitive. However, like optical lenses, like a Canon and other things, they are doing themselves inside Japan. So in Korea too, we have to find a way to keep manufacturing internally, not every manufacturing. So England, I guess, UK, my understanding, you are doing that way, right? Even UK and the EU, a lot of countries, they are spending huge amount of money to revitalize manufacturing. So we have to reinvent, not all the ways. You cannot go back to steam engine ages anyway. Somebody else is doing more efficiently. That's the point I try to make.
Thank you.
Hi, Liz. I wonder if you could spend a little bit more time on how you do your placement for workers and whether there's pathways for those individuals once they get slotted into a particular pathway, if there's chance for them to advance on other career opportunities that might be there. So you touched a little bit about it, but I really didn't know how you ended up placing a person in a particular industry or a trade or an apprenticeship. And if I just get a better understanding of that, it would really help me.
Okay, actually, there are different ways. Human resource organization in general, they are handling all the hiring and improvement capability and other things. But skilled people, we are handling separately. Like WorldSkills Samsung, the organization we are maintaining, hiring is done by HR department. However, we provide all the information. We interview them. We select the right person. And placement, even placement is done by us. However, hiring process is done by HR department. Usually they are specialized in engineers, management, and so on. What we do, these skilled workers, we got a request from each business unit. Okay, I need this kind of spec, this kind of experience. I'm gonna build the automation line. Therefore, I need such specs, mechatronics, and so on. We interview them. We match those people or that organization. Then they start work there. Of course, as you saw this one, mentoring system and all that. WorldSkills Samsung constantly monitoring their progress, whether or not they are happy over there, or they need additional education, or something else. Then we constantly communicate that to the home department. So, okay, these guys need this training and so on. So we started this skilled worker business like she mentioned about 5-6 years ago. So we are moving in that direction. We have annual, using internet system, we create also social networking amongst those people. They constantly feedback their status, their training requirement, and so on to this headquarters so that we formulate that one and feedback. So it is improving process. It is not, let me please say, finalized product. Constantly moving process on the improvement right now. Anything else that you like to add?
If I may just add a few words on that. He mentioned the big picture. But for example, if I may just narrow down a bit, we do survey first the demands by department, okay? So mechatronics area, welding area, and the cooking area. So we get the demands from different areas. And then we try to promote the other people. So we go actually out there and then try to hire the other skilled workforce. It's a very competitive area. So, but like if we are attractive enough, they're gonna come, and then we get the other figures. So manually we try to match, this department and then these people. So it's very like a human touch involved. Although we are very high technology company, those like human resource part, we do the other manual work. And then to see, it can be like several hundreds, but it can be done like within a week time frame. So, because otherwise, we never know like these welders, can be the other placed in some other totally different area. So those the human touch is involved. And then after that, we monitor. Was it really right fit? So a lot of attention must be paid on that. Thank you.
As we're starting to get interrupted by obviously the next group of people wanting to come in, I'm going to ask us to draw to a conclusion. Just a couple of final words. As a member of the London WorldSkills Management Committee and a member of the WorldSkills International Community, to thank Samsung as premier sponsors. Anybody who hasn't yet been downstairs to see the competitions, you really must. It's very interesting listening to how competition has become a key part of your innovative practice. Do please take the opportunity to go downstairs and have a look. It's extremely exciting, and interestingly, the mechatronics bit, I was watching the final 5 minutes yesterday afternoon at 5 to 5, and I nearly had a heart attack. It was so exciting. So go and see those people competing. It's excellent. So thank you very much, both to Liz Young and to Dr. Song, very much. Thank you.